Hola mi gente, welcome to my channel Mika Creates. I'm Mika, thanks for hanging out with me today. Today I have a special guest, my brother Benny.
Benny V.
Dork. Okay, and today we have a mukbang for you.
I'm really excited, by the way.
Yes. So today what we have is, I asked him what he wanted and he wanted shabu shabu, and this is what we got. So we've got some beach mushrooms, we've got some carrots, we've got some zucchini, we have some enoki mushrooms, some corn, some Napa cabbage, Korean radishes, onions, green onions, garlic. We also have, right there.
Oh, there's the garlic.
That's the garlic. And then we have some tofu, and we have some spinach, and we have some soybeans. We also have white rice, Korean kimchi, cucumber kimchi, and on deck we have some little dumplings, and they're pork and vegetable dumplings. Look at how cute these little things are.
Goodness. And
we're doing shabu shabu, which is Japanese hot pot. So give us a second, and we're going to put the hot pot, and you're going to watch us eat it all. Okay, familia, so we are going to start with our shabu shabu. We put in some corn and some onions. That's about all we put in. So you want to get some of these veggies, the hard ones first. You can just grab it with your hand.
Are you sure?
Yep.
But that's poor etiquette.
We're at home.
Gotcha, okay?
It's only poor etiquette when you're not at home.
Right.
Yes, just dump it in. I'm a dumper. So you want to dump in all your veggies because it gives the broth a lot of flavor. I just realized we have nothing to drink. I didn't get him anything to drink. What kind of host am I? What kind of host am I?
What
Okay,
else?
so that, yeah, you want to
Cabbage?
put in some Korean radish. That
Korean
is
radish?
so good.
Okay.
Yeah, it gives the Korean radish. Remember, you guys, I told you that the Korean radish gives it a really clean flavor, and when you bite into that sucker, it's so good. So good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Do a little more.
Let's see. Okay. Yes. Like we want some. There we go. He's a little dainty.
A little dainty.
So, when he eats this, he's not going to be so dainty.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So we're going to put this on the side here. All right. And then we're going to let it boil for about 3 minutes. So you want to grab that top and then put it back on. This is the birthday special. We'll be right back. We're back. You guys can't even see us. Okay.
You guys don't want none of the smoke? Don't want none of the smoke?
You don't want none of this fire? Okay, so we have some red eye. Ribeye.
Red eye is after a couple of these right here.
And then we've got some pork. So you ready to go in?
I'm ready to go all in.
I know, he's been waiting patiently.
I'm starting to sweat.
Alright, here we go. And then we've got our rice here. So I made again some homemade ponzu sauce. That's my favorite. And I'm going in. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for him to try it. Did you put it in the sauce?
Or El Natural.
Want some spinach?
In a little bit.
Oh, I'll put it in the corner.
Perfect.
And that's the pork. Now to tell them what you're eating.
It's just good. I'm gonna lie, this is delicious. This is so delicious.
Okay, so this cooks super fast. So this is the pork. He's not even putting it in the sauce.
I'm not.
I'm gonna put it in the sauce.
Okay, my bad. Papa.
Some spinach.
There we go. Wow, that's delicious.
Isn't that good?
Mm-hmm.
For real, for real.
For real. Cheers.
Salud. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm 49.
51.
52.
I'll tell you the story behind that. So, I joined a fitness center, and I found the Fountain of Youth. I feel like 1 year younger within a week. That's why I keep on saying that I'm 49 and not 51, but I'm actually 51.
He admitted it.
Oh.
Whoa! So, if you guys watched my other, what was I eating? My last video, which was the snow crab. So I was talking about my brother and wishing him, gave him a shout out for his 51st birthday. Thank you, Jesus. He takes his whole family, his wife, his son, and they go hiking. He's always been really active. I told you he's the Puerto Rican Evel Knievel. Actually, I'm going to try and get some footage of that so I can put it on here. And you guys think I'm joking, but I'm serious. And I shared that I used to be on the back of his motorcycle doing a wheelie. He was doing a wheelie, and I was
Hair
on the back
dragging
of
on the floor.
Hair dragging on the floor for real.
12 o'clock.
Crazy. I wasn't sane then. I'm sane now, but I wasn't sane then.
I think crazy is like perspective, though, because to me, crazy is perspective. Because to me, crazy is when you sit in an office in a cubicle for 8 hours. That would drive me crazy. Now, for me, doing 55, 60 miles an hour on the freeway on a wheelie is not crazy. That's living life.
So he lives life differently than most people. Let's be honest.
That was back then. I don't do that anymore because I'm a truck driver now.
I'm also going to do, so good,
Delicious.
I'm also going to do a mukbang with my nephew, BJ.
My handsome son.
Soon to be, what are you going to be when you grow up?
A paleontologist.
Which is the study of,
Dinosaurs.
can you tell us really briefly?
Of what a paleontologist does?
Or
Yes.
your favorite dinosaur.
My favorite dinosaur is a Kentrosaurus, which is
Can
practically...
you speak a little bit louder?
Okay. My favorite dinosaur is a Kentrosaurus. Practically, it is very small. It's barely bigger than some velociraptors. It's big, but not too big. About the size of a small car.
And when did it live?
It lived in the middle Jurassic, around 33 million, around 128 million years ago.
There you go.
128 million years ago. Who knows
What
that?
about the tofu?
Who knows that? How many of you know that? Let's be honest. This guy knows it. So if you have any questions about dinosaurs,
Ask
make
me.
sure you hit me up, comment, and I promise you, I'm going to ask this little guy and I will give you the answer. Just saying. So watch out for my next video because this guy's going to be on it.
Now I'm going to go back to eating.
Because it's good.
Really?
Okay, so now I'm adding some of this tofu, which is one of my favorites. And so those carrots are still hard. This corn is going to be off the chain.
So yummy.
This is ready. My brother's having some beer and I'm having a Manta. Woo!
Delicious.
Have you tried that one?
Which one?
The other sauce, the sesame sauce?
Yes. No, I don't think I have.
That's good with the pork.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
So delicious.
This is so good.
Keep on forgetting to dip.
Huh?
Keep on forgetting to dip.
Oh man. You know why it's so important to dip? Because it just enhances what's already incredible. That's all it does. It just enhances what is already good. So I'm going to dip into this sesame sauce. You only need a little bit of the sesame sauce because it's strong.
This is like the perfect level too.
The tofu actually tastes really good dipped in both sauces. Just saying. Just saying.
I'll check it out right now.
So, why don't you tell our folks at home when you started riding motorcycles?
Well, I think I was like 3 or 4 years old. I got my first big wheel, and I loved it. You know, I loved it so much that there's a group of kids on the block, and you know, like maybe 5 or 6 of us, and we used to live on Abbott Place in Highland Park, and it's a really, really steep hill, probably like a 45-degree angle, and we'd ride the bikes down the hill, the big wheels down the hill, and then from there I moved up to like a BMX bike. Actually, not even a BMX bike. It was a Schwinn, an old school Schwinn with the sissy bars all the way up, and then, excuse me, we modified the bikes to make them dirt bikes, and then from there I got a mini bike. Started riding the mini bike, and then moved up to a little Honda ATC 110. The best fun you'll ever have in the mud. And then from there I moved up to a dirt bike, and then to street bikes, and that's been one of my passions for my entire life. I love riding, you know. And just recently I got into cars, probably about 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago.
So now you have a muscle car, right?
Yeah, now I got a muscle car.
That he does well, maybe he doesn't do donuts. Maybe
Well,
that was his past life.
No, actually, in a controlled environment.
Oh.
Yeah, in a controlled environment, like tracks. Or private properties.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you do it responsibly now, not illegally?
Exactly. Gotta stay responsible.
Did you hear that, BJ?
Yep, very good.
She said the tofu is a good double dip, right?
Yeah.
Super spicy?
No, but it might be spicy for you. I can't imagine, but
Thank you, Mika, for inviting me.
you're welcome. I'm glad you came. So here's some enoki mushrooms. I'm gonna dip that into. Oh my gosh, these grilled are incredible.
Me too.
It's a good meat
Yeah,
substitution.
Mika?
Good.
Explosions in your mouth.
Those are my favorite mushrooms.
I'm not big on spice, but I'm gonna try this. Oh, that is bomb.
It's not spicy.
No, that is delicious.
You want some more?
Thank you, sis.
You're welcome.
Good.
It's so crispy
Two
too.
more. They're delicious. Wow. I'm not a big spice guy, but this is really delicious. And for those of you who've never done a mukbang, you need to really try it.
Shabu shabu.
Shabu shabu.
So we're gonna put in some dumplings.
Wow, wow.
Put in 4 dumplings.
I'm getting the hang of this.
So mukbangs were started by our Korean friends, and basically what that is like an eating show or eating demonstration. The actual type of food that we're eating is Japanese food, and it's shabu shabu, and it's Japanese hot pot. That's all it is. The Chinese hot pot is really good It's typically like, I typically do like a Szechuan style, Chinese Szechuan style hot pot, which is totally different than this.
Napkin over there, please.
Yes. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to outside of the two people that are with you?
Absolutely. My good old buddies from Monterey Park.
What?
All the heads.
MP?
You know who you are.
All the heads.
All the heads. You know who you are. We grew up in Monterey Park, which is like an Asian community. And I would say...
In East LA.
In East LA. And even though I'm Puerto Rican, I consider myself or Asian because I grew up in the community and I just love their culture. So shout out to...
Hence the food.
Hence the food. Shout out to all my
The
Monterey
heads.
Park people. The heads.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we used to call a group of people when we were growing up in high school. That's crazy because I haven't heard it probably since then.
Mm-hmm. Special shout out to my buddy Mark G Money Kawaguchi.
What? Mark? You still talk
Yep.
to Mark? That's cool.
It's been a minute, but we
Hey,
keep
Mark.
in touch. He's the one that got me into cooking as well.
I was just gonna say that. I remember Mark years ago. Mark made some karage, which is Japanese like fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he killed it.
The best fried chicken you ever have.
Yeah, he killed it. That was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was like a junior or senior in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember that. Oh boy, got down.
Got a shout out to my lovely wife. A lovely wife.
Roxanne
little-
in the house.
Roxana's in the house, little spicy thing. 5'1" of dynamite.
Little 7-size shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny little.
It turns into a size 13
Brick
when I get out
house.
of line, you know what I'm saying? Real quick. All my kids,
Name them.
6 of them, go from oldest to youngest. Brian, Big Brains,
Brian!
Revis,
Shout out to Brian!
Chris,
Our
Big
educator.
C. Chris, Big C.
Yes,
the creative
Chris.
one. My beautiful
He's
eldest
funny.
daughter, Kishoni.
Entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. My middle daughter, Kiana. Like Daddy.
That girl is no joke. That girl will go hiking.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have a lot of fear.
None. And then my baby girl, my sweetheart, Corinne.
Corinne poo.
And last but not least, of course, you met him already. Here he comes.
What's up, people?
BJ.
Now he's coming out of his shell. Can you tell?
BJ.
Before he was like, hi. Now he's like, what's up?
Just doing some paleontology digging. I gotta go back to work.
AKA my Papa Luca.
How old were you when you had him? Well, when you guys had him.
Well, I
I hope
was.
you didn't have him.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't have him, people.
He's 10 years old. I'm 51, so I was 41.
Was that tough having a baby, like later on? As opposed to being
Actually,
26?
you know what? Like, it's pretty awesome being more mature. You know, us men tend to mature slowly, right? Especially the ones that are like totally into themselves. And for me, it's a blessing. I have more patience now. I don't have a temper like I did before.
Right.
So for me, it's just like a blessing. And as a matter of fact, I tell anybody that I can when I'm talking about my son that he teaches me something every day. 10-year-old. And one of the things he teaches me is patience. Yeah, he teaches me patience. And yeah, it's a lot better, you know. Financially, I'm more stable. The struggle's not there, you know.
So, I'm going to talk about Puppy. One of the things that he said to me, Puppy is my dad. He said that he wished that he was a grandfather before he was a father. And I didn't understand that until maybe a few years back. But What he meant was because, here, I'll help you.
Thank you.
So what he meant by that was,
Thank you.
you're welcome. It was easy to be a grandfather because he already knew what to do. He was already calm. He was already patient. He had already, he had experience. He didn't have to force his way to teach somebody. Because my dad was 100% disciplinarian. And that's the best that he could do at the time. But as a grandfather, he was like, oh my gosh. Like, seriously, the best grandfather ever. And I think for my brother, it's kind of like the same thing. Like, the struggle was real when you had your girls. First of all, he was young.
Very impatient.
And, and then now, as you're older, like, you have a lot of experience.
And as they're older, too, I can appreciate them that much more. Right. I think now as a older dad, it's funny because I think the age of 50 was a growing year for me. To get your ass chewed out by your kids is not a good thing, And my daughters keep it real with me 100% all the time. And that's something that they learn from me, from their mom, from my family. And this year has been a good year, For a long time I never thought I'd reach 50.
Well, the type of daredevil he is, it's a miracle that he's 50. Let's be honest. Have you tried the carrots?
Drop it in there. Thank you.
Would you try this?
Drop it in there.
Ooh, that's good. That's one of my favorites too.
Really blessed. Mom and dad. And growing up, I was kind of like a jock. Did some boxing, and the plan was for me to go to the Olympics, right? But it didn't work out that way because of me. I'm a knucklehead. And I never was really pushing to education, and not until I met my wife, who's got 2 degrees, shout out to my baby girl, did I really start focusing the importance to my kids in education. Some people are early, and some people are late.
Also, I just want to kind of side note, college isn't for everybody though.
Oh.
And that's the truth. And it's really learning how to accept people where they're at and what they want to do. And respecting that, because can you imagine if God made everybody the same? We wouldn't live in the beautiful diversity that we live in right now.
I did think about modeling for a little while, actually. Big and heavy, you know what I mean?
Bold and beautiful.
Yeah.
Bold and beautiful. Let's just call it that. Okay, so we're going to put in some ramen instant noodles.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
There's a lot of meat.
Yes, we're throwing down.
I thought you were going to make a serious dent.
I'm just ready getting warmed up.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready getting warmed up. I was getting ready to I was going to loosen up the belt buckle. You know what I mean? I got to make a little room over here.
Number 2. Belt buckle number 2.
It's maxed out already. I'm done. It's going to take it off. First on Luke Bond. The champ is here, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Now we're gonna work on that bomb corn. See, I was just holding back. Come on in, son.
This guy.
Gotta get in.
LOL.
Hashtag LOL.
Oh my gosh. The Vasquez attack. Oh, it's good stuff, man. The broth is so good, you guys.
Side note, right? The last video she mentioned when she was the Mika, the snow crab, right?
Yep.
Snow crabs?
Yep.
She mentioned that we were really close, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a trip because no matter how much time we we're apart and we're together, it's like just a click. It's like we were never apart. You know, that's why when you know it's real, you know? And I remember, like, my older sister growing up, she said I was kind of mean. Well, I thought I was really nice.
No.
I mean, okay, here's an example. Wait, before, let me finish. Let me get a thought.
Here we go.
Here we go. Watch,
Where you
watch.
can see
Just
the real
watch.
deal right here.
Can I taste your mouth up, please?
Yeah, no.
I said, please.
No thanks.
We're on camera.
That's okay. We're
Pretty
keeping
please.
it real.
Anyways, okay.
I
so
learned
I'll go
about
ahead.
this is
I'll
what
go ahead and
happens
grab
right
it. No,
here.
no, no. Let me show you. Now we have to make sure that it's the correct temperature, right? And because we want to make sure that she
This is what he used to
doesn't
do right here.
drink too much, I'm gonna help her
This is
just
called
a little bit.
manipulation. This is called manipulation right here. This is what.
Now back then it would have just went bloop bloop, but I've learned. See?
He's 51, mi gente.
Finally,
He's 51.
right? Here you go. Thank you very much. That's what she calls mean. Now, to me, that's not mean.
That
that's
is very
just
mean,
caring.
and it's rude, and it's
Right?
inconsiderate.
One of the fights we had, I remember it was like she had a soda, a can of soda,
I already shared
and we
it
were.
with him.
Oh, you did already?
Yeah,
Well,
but
let's
sure
go
did.
ahead and share it again. My point of view, right? And so she was like, she had already eaten cotton candy, right? She had a big stick. And so I was like, well, she's
Oh
eating
my
a lot of
God.
sugar today.
He's so
I'm gonna
not
go,
telling the
I'm gonna go ahead.
He's like seriously making up stories right
I'm gonna
now.
go ahead and grab this can of soda and finish
Wow.
it for her, right? So
He's a
as I start to
storyteller.
drink it, she hits me, boom, right? I drop the can. The can's like halfway full.
Oh.
So I run to the front door. And I did have a thing of teasing. So I run to the front door, and the front door had like a big glass in the center, right? So I'm putting my face against the door, sticking out my tongue like, right? She gets the can. Oh no, wait up, rewind. Before I got in the house, I was actually standing in front of the front door. She gets the can, throws it at me, I duck, blam! Breaks the glass door. Guess who got the ass whooping? Me. Just something I want to share. To me, that wasn't mean, that was just having fun.
Like I said, we lived in the same family with the same parents, different lives, different perspectives.
How many times did I brush your hair?
Oh, he used to play with my hair when I was a little kid. He used to get a strand of hair and go like this. And then make a little hoop and then push it down like so. So we want to show the length of the noodles.
Okay.
On 3.
1, 2,
2, 3.
Oh. I thought we were still blowing. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. I might start coming over more often. I'm just saying.
So mi gente, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Smash that button. Tell them what to do.
Smash the button and the button.
Yes. Smash that button, subscribe, and
Like and share.
Like and share. Share your Facebook. Share it on
We
Facebook.
didn't pray before we started eating.
Oh, you're
so
right.
should we say a prayer to say goodbye?
Yep.
And make sure to hit that bell for notifications.
Make sure to hit that
Yes.
bell for notifications.
Smash that bell.
Go lead us in prayer.
Thank you for this food, and thank you for my family letting me visit my tia Mika and the director of this channel, Uncle Matt, and my 2 best parents in the world, my mommy and my daddy. And thank you to all my siblings that have made my life a wonderful dream. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Woohoo! So don't forget, you don't ever have to eat alone. You can always have breakfast, lunch, or dinner with your girl. Until next time, family. Bye.
There it goes.
Only your brother, ¿verdad? Oh, that's such a cute picture. All right.
I gotta get ready too.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Is Roxy ready?
You know, I see
Because
that.
Benny's ready.
Look at the camera.